It's been a long time since we've been in Paguera, so here we are today. It's Sunday the 13th of March. The sun is actually shining and it really does feel quite warm after we've had some really quite terrible weather. It poured with rain yesterday. We did manage to get out to Palma Nova. We're down in Paguera, and just as we came in, Anita said, I like coming to Paguera because of the shops. Because of the shops.
And they're open on a Sunday.
And yeah, we only just entered the village, and there's already some shops open, so Anita might be happy. Let's take a look. We've just walked up from the beach and we're going to walk through Paguera now, but before we do that, just wanted to mention a restaurant that we went to a couple of weeks ago with our friends Barbara and John, called Hacienda, just right in front of us over there. And it was an excellent meal. If you like your steaks, then that's probably the place to go in this area. Hacienda, and it's right at the end in Paguera.
And the spinach.
Anita enjoyed the spinach. I enjoyed the steak. We're going to have a little walk up through the town. So they've been doing some work again since we were last here. And there's a little park area and some steps that take you down to a low level there. What's surprising to me is that at this end there's actually no ramp. So for anyone with a pushchair or needs to go down a ramp, there's no easy access. And when we were with Serena a few weeks ago, we actually did the same thing. We came up here, went down to this side, and we saw the steps. So Serena, who'd got the pushchair, walked along a little bit and saw the sign which is in front of, which says access to this beach. But when she got there, she found that too had steps. So I think Calvi County Council need to look at that for the future and see about putting a ramp. There's a lot of people who come here have children, and a lot of those children are in pushchairs, and if you've got access to the beach, you should really have a ramp. I'm guessing if she'd walked a little bit further, might have found it a little bit easier. So anyway, we're just coming up through the village, the town of Paguera. Quiet here. There's a spa. If you need something from the supermarket. And I think we need to go a little bit further before we find more places open. Still lots of signs which say for sale or for rent, so we don't know what to expect when the season starts, whether these places that say for sale or for rent will remain closed or whether they will open. And quite often owners do a little bit of speculation, and they put their businesses up for sale or up for rent during the winter time, and then if they haven't sold it, then they just reopen it for the next season. But we've had a funny 2 years, so who knows. Up until a few weeks ago, yeah, that restaurant there, they've got a furry seat cover to keep you warm. Up till a few weeks ago, there was great expectations for the season. Bookings were really high, and even actually this week, as far as German tour operators are concerned, the number of flights has been increased tremendously. So planning to bring a lot of people from Germany here. But similarly, the bookings from the UK have been up. The events of the last 2 weeks may have put a little bit of a dampener on things, but hopefully not too much. Mallorca is a very safe place, well away from troubles that might be happening in the rest of Europe. And that's not to say that Mallorca isn't getting involved. So on Friday, my school have been doing a collection to help people from Ukraine with some necessities, and carload after carload was taken to the centre, which is actually the old fire station in the industrial estate, and all through the day, carloads, boxes and boxes of different materials, toiletries, nappies, those sorts of things, being taken there, and they will be transported to help people, possibly, I would imagine, as they come through Poland. So there is a great deal of support here, and one of the big hotel chains, Melia, today I saw reported that they are going to provide some of the rooms in their hotels for Ukrainian refugees should they come to Mallorca. So that's one of the big hotel chains, so big round of applause to them, and I'm pretty sure that other hotel chains will follow suit where possible. So I just walked up a little hill, I survived that one. So yes, Serena could have got down here, I guess, to the beach.
She did. She's the one she came from.
You can see all the tables and chairs are outside the bars here. People are already eating across the road, and as we walk through this main part of this, near to the Villa Mill, a lot more shops look to be open, so I could be losing Anita on the way. I will keep walking, dear, steady pace. Clothes shops, isn't that exciting? Especially as the women's clothes shops. Having said that, some things that might be for gentlemen here. Red gilet. Being supporters of our local football team, Real Mallorca, we do have red coats, you may have seen in some of the videos, red jackets, red gilets, and well, we've got a football match tomorrow night. It kicks off at 9 o'clock, so I think it's big coat time because it'll be a bit cold there, but I'm sure it'll warm up. We're expecting a full crowd. It will be the first match for 2 years we've allowed, the full attendance has been allowed. So up until now, the matches we've been to recently were 75%. Before that they were 50% capacities, and before that they were behind closed doors, so we couldn't actually go and watch them. Now we can, and tomorrow is the first home game where we're going to have potentially full attendance. So 20,000+ supporters, I'm sure, are going to be there to watch Mallorca play Real Madrid. Real Madrid are at the top of La Liga, and Real Mallorca are dancing above the relegation zone at the bottom of La Liga. So I think it might be damage limitations duty, and try to salvage something from it. But with only 10 matches left to go, Mallorca need to pull something out of the bag in order to get some points to just lift us up slowly from the bottom, and just away from that relegation zone. We're a bit too close to it. I think we're only about 2 points off, and one of the really bad things is our goals against. We just concede far too many goals. And we've got a new goalkeeper, but he's only as good as the defence, I suppose. And the defence has been a bit rickety, to say the least. Anyway, might give a little report on that match after we've been to watch it tomorrow. And our son's going to be coming along. Mallorca, the football club, cashing in as well, because they're playing Real Madrid, very popular game with the Real Madrid supporters here on the island. The ticket prices have shot up accordingly, so if you are not a season ticket holder, then just to go to this one match, the cheapest were I think 140 euros, and the most expensive were 250 euros. It's quite a crazy amount of money to be paying to watch 90 minutes of football. But people will do it here. One of the sad things really is that a lot of those Real Madrid supporters live in Mallorca. A lot of them were even born in Mallorca, but still choose Real Madrid as their team. And I find that at school that a lot of the children born on the island, families have got heritage on the island, but they fall into one of two categories. They're either Barcelona or Real Madrid, and rarely from any other part of the country. One of those paths that takes you down to the beach. Anita's catching me up. Have you found anything?
Yes.
Not yet. Oh, good news.
Did you mention we're playing Madrid tomorrow?
I've just been having a little chat about playing Madrid.
Did you mention Madrid?
I did mention Madrid. The one bright side about Madrid coming is that one of their players, one of their star players, should we say, is Marco. I tend to pronounce his surname wrong. Asensio, I think, is it? Asensio. He's born and bred in Mallorca. El Toro, not too far from where we are standing now. And he went up through the ranks in Real Mallorca and played for Real Mallorca. And Anita and I both have been to matches and watched him play. And sadly, the team, the football club, had to let him go to Real Madrid, which is one of the sad things about Real Mallorca. Is we have these amazing players that we bring in through the ranks, and then lose them as they go out of contract, because we're not a rich enough club to be able to afford the sort of money that Real Madrid and the like are willing to pay. So we lose out. Marco Asensio has gone off to do great things with Real Madrid. It'd be nice if one day came back and did great things again for Real Mallorca. I'm sure he must have a soft spot for Mallorca, being born and bred here. Just having a look down towards the sea, down towards the waves. Really pretty down there. And I'm picking up the smells from a restaurant here. It smells really good. Can't tell which restaurant it is there. I've lost Anita. You see a pharmacy across the road, and one thing pharmacies do is they have a flashing green sign to let you know that it's a pharmacy, and that sign has just flashed up to say that it's 22 degrees Celsius. I thought I felt warm. 22 degrees Celsius, and that pretty much is the temperature because there is no direct sunlight today. We're in the shade. So yeah, as predicted, the temperature's quite high today, 22, and I think it's going to be something similar tomorrow, Monday. Unfortunately, I'm back at work tomorrow, but hopefully that means it might be not so cold for the match, and we'll have to wait and see for that one. But then, as the week goes on, the temperature's due to fall back down to the mid-teens, and that's when it starts to feel cold, particularly if there's a wind. You get that wind chill. So the sun's coming out a little bit now. And it does start to feel quite warm. Looking on the YouTube channel and answering lots of correspondence. I really enjoy reading all the messages that people do send to me on the YouTube channel. If you send them on Facebook or elsewhere, I quite often miss them because the videos get posted by me sometimes onto Facebook, but other people also paste them there, and so I don't actually always get to see the comments. So apologies if you left a comment on Facebook and I've not answered it. But if you leave a message on the YouTube channel itself, then I look at that every day and try to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. Work permitting, of course. And it's lovely to read all of the comments and questions people are asking me. So yesterday, Stephen was asking me about the Hawaii hotel in Palma Nova, and we just happened to be going down to Palma Nova, so we managed to point out the Hawaii hotel for him and his family who are coming to stay there later on in the year. So if you want me to go somewhere in particular, then we can try to do it. There's parts of the island we just simply haven't been to yet. We've not been over very much to the east coast. I know if you're in England it doesn't sound as though it's a long way away, but for us in Mallorca the east coast is like the other side of the world, and it needs to be a weekend break, I think. So that's probably a good idea, isn't it? A weekend break to Calabona or Calador or somewhere like that. I'm sure Anita will like that. Ooh. She's catching me up, and she has something wrong. She bought me a newspaper. What have you got there? Oh yes, the Mallorca Daily Bulletin.
My favourite magazine.
And who's his favourite? Prima. And the Mallorca Daily Bulletin it's a daily newspaper here in Mallorca, and it publishes every day except Monday, and it's the place to find the local news. So if you want to know what's going on in Mallorca, then the Mallorca Daily Bulletin is the place. They do have a What's On section, which lets you know about things like markets. People ask me, when's the market in such and such a place? And I have to go to the Daily Bulletin to find out. So support the Daily Bulletin when you're here. Buy a copy and you'll find out what's going on. Just have some world news as well, and some of the local businesses advertised there. So it's good if you can see those adverts and support the local businesses. But the sun is coming out. The menu, €12.90. Interesting that places do menu del dia on a Sunday, which is not always the case. The menu del dia was introduced, I think, during the Franco time to provide cheap meals for workers. So restaurants had to provide a plate of the day so workers could go and eat at a reasonable price. And the Franco era has gone long ago, but the idea has stayed. Sure what that is. It's open, and we've got a menu del dia here for €15.50. It's actually one of the places we really like to go to. Oh, there we go. Up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Got a garlicky soup there, is that? And salad of the house. Mussels, so choice of starters. And then you've got some grilled meats, guado, which is flatfish, isn't it? Fish.
Hey,
or a mixed paella. And then you get a beer or a water or a wine with that. And you get postre, dessert, and a coffee, all for $5.50.
$15.50.
Oh yeah, $15.50.
I'll get a cup of coffee for that.
€15.50. That's really still a bargain, though, isn't it? €15.50 for a menu of the day, 3 courses, and your wine at La Pampa, one of our favourite places to come to here in Paguera. So, where are you tempted to go? You fancy that, or do you want to go somewhere different?
I've got that one down on the front. That would be nice.
That's this next one here, is it? That's the one we just walked past. $12.90.
Right, yes.
So this is actually where we entered Paguera, going down to the beach earlier on. Shall we go in at the top end?
Yeah.
Well, we'll do an about turn.
Save you going up the steps, is that what?
Pardon?
You think it's safe you going up the steps?
I was thinking of saving and going up the steps, because if we walk all the way down to the beach, we're going to have to walk all the way back up the steps. No, I think I quite fancy this, darling.
I think the other one's a nicer menu.
Okay, we'll go with whatever you want. Yeah.
You don't mind?
Not at all. I am easily pleased. This place is called the Rendezvous, and I think we have actually been here before. But because we're going in, we need to put face masks on, so I'm just going to turn the camera off and then we'll go inside our face masks on. Hello. On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yes. Videos here.
No, we live here, and we just do YouTube videos around Mallorca.
Okay. Cool.
So this will probably be on YouTube tomorrow.
Perfect. Good. Well done.
Well, something really nice. We met Linda today from Manchester, and she's been watching our videos on YouTube, and here we are. That happens a lot in Paguera. We get a motorbike that goes by, But anyway, really nice to meet you. Nice
It's lovely to meet you. I can't believe I was so scared to come and approach you.
I'm so glad you
But,
did.
it's been really nice.
What are your children's names?
Michael and Lindsay.
Right, Michael, Lindsay. Your mum's met us. Stephen and Anita in Mallorca.
They'll be so excited to know that I've met you, and it's been the highlight of my holiday.
Oh, that's so nice.
Wonderful.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Thanks
Thank you.
for
I'm
coming
sure
and
I
saying
will.
hello.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, that was really nice to see Linda from Manchester and hear about her stories, and yeah, really good. So here we are in Paguera. We're going to go home now. We've had a lovely lunch, and thanks very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.